I
But
just feel like
Mhm.
it's a dead game.
But you're telling me, Em, you're telling me that suddenly, mid-afternoon, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? You're down bad if you're still playing this. You're down bad. Where did that idea come
I mean,
from?
it's facts. It's facts.
Holy
It's facts.
Let's But Emily, thank you so much for joining me here today. How's your day? What you been up to?
I mean, I streamed for an hour, and before that, I went to go visit apartments with my family because we're moving currently.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but no, that was my day.
Nice. How'd you do? What'd you end up streaming today?
I played Warzone with my subs,
Mm-hmm.
my community.
Any dubs or what are we talking? What are we thinking?
No, I'm
Yikes.
terrible at it. I'm terrible.
Yeah. Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, better luck next time. I did stop in. I watched the tail end of it all, but I was like, tough way to go out. Tough way to go out. You had an hour to win it all.
It was terrible. I'm not that terrible. It's just I need like 2 hours of warming up, and then finally I can like.
You get in the zone there. You're in,
Yeah,
and it's game time. Perfect.
exactly.
Well, here's the thing, Emily. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you showing up and joining me here. I usually start off the shows kind of the same way, and I tell the guests how we met. And it's more of on my end because I reached out, but I literally, dead as I was on Twitter one night, and I was just hanging out, and you came up on mutuals with, I forgot who. I think it might have been Avery liked something of yours, or somebody liked something of yours. I saw you. And I was just like, why not? Let's reach out. Let's see if you'd want to come on the show, be a part of it. And we were able to, work this throughout. And so I appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
That being said, I'll start off with the first question here. All right, Emily.
go ahead.
Before you were even streaming, all right? Before any of that jazz, before you were even doing any of that, how long have you had your Twitch account in general?
Oh my God, a long time.
Yeah?
I was like 12 years old when I discovered Twitch.
Whoa,
I would
whoa.
say.
It's 13, ma'am. It's 13 to have an
Or
account here.
13.
All
I
right,
don't
all
remember
right.
exactly. But like I was pretty young. I was probably like in first year of high school, something like that.
Okay. Nice.
And yeah, I discovered Twitch. I don't know. I don't really remember how I did. But I did discover Twitch at a pretty young age, and I was interested in these World of Warcraft streamers.
Really?
So
Do you
yeah,
remember any of them?
yes, I do actually.
Oh,
One of my
who?
first streamers that I started watching was Swifty.
Yo, okay.
He's a pretty old streamer now, but I always used to watch him, and it was so cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, it was just cool. It was also my first game, World of Warcraft, so that was like my first interest.
How did you end up in World of Warcraft? At what, 13? Yeah. Are you a savant? What's going on here?
No, I mean, my dad, when I was young, my dad used to play World of Warcraft at night, and I couldn't sleep. So when I couldn't sleep, he would bring me to his like office room, gaming room, and I would watch him raid on World of Warcraft, and that was my interest in gaming since then.
That's sick.
So yeah, that was my first game, and I still do play it till now, but I'm really super on and off with the game. So I'll be like 6 months playing it, and then like another 6 months not playing it. So.
It's been so long since I played, but like, do you remember your character? Do you remember what class you went in? Or is this
of course.
Hit me with it. What was it?
My first class was a hunter, and I'm still a hunter till this day. I've never changed my class.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I get that. This is a shock. I did not think you're going to hit me with the WoW lore as your OG game to play. I'm over here being like, Mario Party 1 for me, but it's fine. So so in terms of streaming then, when did you start streaming?
Okay. I started my first stream, I think it was in 2016, I'm pretty sure. Or I was 16 years old. But I streamed for like 4 days and I gave up completely.
Why?
It was just for fun. Literally, it was just for fun. And then I was like, whatever. I didn't really have a good PC to stream on. So yeah, I streamed for like 4 times, and I was averaging like what, like 5 viewers maybe. But then I gave up on that. But then I picked up streaming. When was it? In 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I started streaming 2019 because I went to TwitchCon,
Oh, okay.
and that's where I met my best friend Tatiana, aka
Mm-hmm.
Lovestruck.
Okay, okay.
And she saw like a potential in me. She was like, "You have to stream, you have to stream." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know." And she like really boosted my confidence into streaming. And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it, let me try it out." And I
Hell
ended
yeah.
up loving it.
Nice.
So yeah.
Do you remember? I mean, after Tatiana encouraged you to give it a second go, do you remember exactly what it was that sparked your fire into like making this a bigger part of your life?
I don't know. I just like I started streaming, and just like I love my community. I love chatting with my community, and it's just like kind of an escape from reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love
True.
that. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
it
I
excuse me?
in terms of your community, what do you guys do? Like, what is the I guess a regular day in a Lazy Emily stream? What can we expect there?
Oh, it just depends. It
Yeah,
depends. It's literally all over the place. I'm a variety streamer.
yeah, yeah.
I play any like trendy games,
Mm-hmm.
but I mostly play Valorant.
Oh, sick.
I start off with just chatting,
Mm-hmm.
and we can react to videos. We can play Valorant to Warzone
Mm-hmm.
to I don't even know. It
That's
it, it literally can be
a
anything.
little bit of everything. The truest
Yeah,
form of variety. That's awesome.
exactly.
That's awesome. When did you realize that you wanted to make kind of streaming a bigger part of what you do day to day? Like, was there ever a moment where you're like, "Oh, this is actually taking off. This is, people are hanging out. People want to like chat, and the content that I'm putting forward is resonating with the community." Was there any big threshold, or was it just over time? You're just like, "Okay, I think I could see myself doing this."
I would say a little bit of both over time, and
Mm-hmm.
also it was like I'm very ambitious, so when I have a goal, I literally put
Mm.
my all into it, and I never stop till I have it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty much that, and over time I could see progress, and I just loved it. So
Yeah, that's sick. I think a lot of streamers, especially affiliates, their next goal is always, I'm looking at partnership. I'm looking at that check mark. At
yeah.
at where you're at right now, what would you say is your next goal?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I just wanna my goal is to be super consistent now.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna be consistent, and I wanna stream more hours, and I wanna like just set a dope schedule where I can
Yeah.
like I just wanna like plan my streams out and not just be like winging my streams, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
True.
I
True.
feel like
True.
it'd be more interesting to do it that way. But yeah, those are my goals for streaming.
That's awesome. Awesome. Nice stuff, Emily. That being said, all right, I will say this. I have your stream up right now. And there's a this is always the gotcha part. All right. And you gotta trust me. Emily. You gotta trust me. I got your
Okay.
back. All right. And the number one, I'll tell you right now, all right. The number one person I take care of in this whole show is always the guest first. And then the chat second, which kind of is like reverse order for most, if not all, streamers. But I got
Mhm.
your back, all right? So I do have about 3 clips that we're just gonna talk about. All right, we're just gonna talk about
Okay.
them. I want to know what your head was at with this. I'm gonna switch over the scenes. You could
Oh
listen
my
along on
god.
the stream here. Uh,
Okay, okay, I
let's see.
will.
So this first one, it's simple. It's Among Us. It's Among Us gameplay. And we talked a little bit about your gaming roots. We talked about how Emily, man, she's a WoW vet. She's playing COD. But here's some Among Us gameplay. Let's see the 2020 vision of how she does here. Let me I'm not gonna go full volume because I know how loud this is gonna get. But let me let's give it a listen. Only 45 seconds. All right.
Oh my god.
Connor is just staring at me.
You didn't even play it off.
Emily just killed.
It's so
Emily. It's Emily.
Oh my god.
shameless. Shameless, Emily. What? Tell me what was your mindset here? All right, you literally, as the meme goes, got caught venting.
Yeah,
All right.
I always get caught, and that was Nightbike. His name's Connor. That's actually one of my best friends, and
Nice.
he I don't know. He just I don't know what's going through my mind. I was just so nervous because when I'm imposter, I get so like nervous because I don't want to get caught, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just kind of fucked up.
I gotta
You
know,
can see.
because the clip doesn't continue. Were you able to weasel your way out, or was it just a one-stop? Like, all right, I did
I
it, guys, and I'm
don't.
proud of it. I took 2
I
bodies down.
honestly don't remember. I think it turned out okay, but I honestly don't remember. I
What?
just,
It turned out okay. What? It was literally
like
4 of you there, and you were caught in 4. Thank you, caught in 4K.
I have no idea. That was such a long time ago, but
Fair.
I don't know.
Fair play. All right. Just again, the OP play there. At least you took 2 people down. I'll give you that. You took
Yeah,
2 people down.
exactly.
That was clean. So this next clip here, Emily, this next one here, GTA role playing, huge deal. It's popping off here on Twitch. And Emily, we understand you're very beautiful, and there's this game that's being played here that you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, because it seems like it's a dating show or something that's going on. But I watched this at least 5 times trying to understand the context of what was going on.
I
Yes.
can explain to you really quickly. So
Sure.
basically, for more context, I was in the game. I was like in a relationship, and we were kind of like on a break or whatever. And AC, as the man in front of me, was trying to like, I don't know, take me on a date or like trying to get my attention or like trying to flirt with me or trying to, I don't know. That's the context. Like he's trying to like date me.
Well, let's give it a listen here. Let's see what happens. Only a minute long.
Emily, do you accept this rose as it is my heart? And if you accept it, you're accepting my heart. And please take this rose so we can connect my Wi-Fi.
Wait, what? I can't hear you. Connect my Wi-Fi.
My what?
No, Pago, I said connect like Wi-Fi. That is what I said. I want to connect with you like Wi-Fi.
Look,
holy shit.
look, Silky. I mean AC.
Oh shit! She did it!
Did you? What did you?
My God, Jesus, she did it! She went there! Somebody come get her!
Oh my god. Yeah, that was funny.
So explain to me what's going on here, because there's a couple things. A, you played him a little dirty with being like that. What did you say? He tried to, like, he's trying to give you his heart, trying to give you all the lines. Did you purposefully dono wall him with the music, or were you actually like, wait, are you trying to talk to me right now, or what's going on?
No, I called him another man's name, and yeah, that's what made it funny.
Did you purposely do that?
No, of course I did. Of course I did. Chat was hyping me up. They're like, you gotta call him that. It would be so funny. And I was like, okay.
You broke
So
that
I did
man's
it.
heart on the spot right there on live. Goodness, Emily, goodness. Again, that's 2 of the clips there, all right? It's 2 of the clips. We have one more. And it's one that you're gonna have to explain to me too. I see. The thing is, I'm a 27-year-old kind of boomer in the internet. All right, that's the thing. But you said yourself, part of your content is reactions. All right, you like to do some reacts, and this is one of your higher rated clips here. It says, "Yo, pull up." That's the title. And I have no idea what's going on in this clip. I've watched it a couple times.
I haven't seen this clip.
Well, we're going to watch this one together, all right? You're going to have to explain to me exactly what you're reacting to here, all right?
Okay.
So let's watch this one together. I'll make it a little louder. I think it's still pretty loud, but let's give it a look.
How many people we catch in 4K? Damn near.
Hey, you at 20K?
Elbow my dick, son. That's your heart. Oh my
Let's go for the bougie.
Bring that ass back.
Bro! No.
We're not getting banned out here. We're not getting banned. We're not getting banned. We're not getting banned. We're not getting banned.
What's going on in this clip, Emily? What's going on in this clip? All right, I need context. You're over here reacting to it too.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous of AC because Cindy's my crush. Cindy's my crush.
Yeah, is that when you say your crush? Are we talking? That's
No,
it,
I
that's your.
just think I just think she's a really attractive female. That's it. Listen, that's it.
And just caught in what they said 20K. It looks like it was caught in 20K. Something was
Yeah.
live. I don't know why he's thinking he's gonna get banned. That's the one thing I was like, really, in order for you to get banned on what I think you're trying to get banned on, you're gonna have to stay a little bit longer. But this is a lot of out of pocket action here. Do you remember this clip at all?
No, I don't. I haven't watched this clip at all. But I was reacting. I think AC had like 24K viewers, and everybody was like, "You have to watch them. You have to watch them." It's like, okay, let me watch it. And they were drunk as fuck, and they were just having fun. So
There it is. There it is. Perfect. All right. That being said, Emily, all right, that's all the clips. All right. That's all the clips. The ones that had stuff a little bit easier. That being said, I do have one more surprise for you. All right.
Okay.
Because as much as I love Twitch, Twitch it's a dope platform. It's the social media that doesn't sleep. I also love Twitter. Okay. And I got 3 tweets of yours that I just wanna talk about. I mean, I just wanna pick your brain. I wanna understand what the context of these tweets are. And so the first, I'll bring them up. Again, I got your back. But this first one here, it was written at 3:06 p.m. and it says, "Where do you find motivation from?" That's a deep one. We're starting off with a deep one here. It seems like in the middle of the afternoon you were just thinking, "Man, I need something to push me." If I may ask, did you ever find that the answer to your question here?
Not really. I feel like this tweet, I feel like as a social media / content creator, it's really hard to find balance with everything. Like balancing your personal life and balancing social media. And it takes so much of your energy, and sometimes you just kind of find yourself in phases where you don't want to do anything. Like you're just like kind of like you're like, how do I say this? Like you can't do it anymore. And so like I have difficulty finding motivation to keep pushing forward or keep because it's hard. Social media is hard. People underestimate, I don't know if that's the correct word, but like the job or the time you put in everything, like posting on Instagram, posting TikTok, streaming daily, like all of this, you need to 24/7 like keep track of what you're doing, and that's so hard. It's not like a 9 to 5 job and then you have your relaxed time. It's like always a constant like in your brain, what's trendy, what's new ideas, and like and sometimes your brain just wants a break. So that's where I was coming from for like motivation wise.
So what does motivate you though? You've mentioned all the stuff that kind of weighs you down or stuff that debilitates. But what keeps you going? What drives you to take that next step forward day to day?
Honestly, for me, my community is like a big part of it. My community and making my family proud too is where I get my motivation from.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The second tweet we have here, all right, is it's an attack on Fortnite. If I've ever seen one, all right, it says, "You're down bad if you still playing Fortnite." Again, mid-afternoon thought at 3:20 p.m. What is this attack on the people of Tomato Town? What is your deal, Em? What's going on here?
Look, I really didn't mean any hate towards Fortnite players. I was just purely for like me being funny or whatever. I did not expect this kind of reaction at all from this tweet. I just thought, whatever. Like, because personally, I feel like Fortnite is a dead game for me. Like, it's like, I don't know. Nobody really plays it anymore. If anything, only pros play it. I was more talking like casual aspect. I don't find any more fun into Fortnite. Like, obviously I had like the first moments that Fortnite came out. I feel like we've all shared our fair moments with Fortnite, but now I don't know. I just feel like it's a dead game.
But you're telling me, Em, that suddenly mid-afternoon you're like, you know what? Fuck it. fuck it. You know what? You're down bad if you're still playing this. You're down bad. Where did that idea come
I mean,
from?
it's facts. It's facts.
Holy
It's facts.
Listen, ma'am, I'm not trying to get canceled here, all right? I just started streaming like a year ago, all right, man? You're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong. It is a little bit of the down bad game. This third one, though. I think this third one, if you're going to call out the Fortnite community, we gotta shift the focus back on you as the streamer, all right, Emily? If you're going to call out Fortnite, this one's pinned, and it says, feeling like like you need a Spanish mommy in your life, and then it's sparkled, and then it was written at 2:34 a.m. Your other tweets were in the afternoon, Emily. Your other tweets were in the afternoon, and at 2:34, this is demon hours, ma'am. You put in feeling like you. Who's the you? Who are you talking to? What is going on in this tweet?
Like, these are lyrics from a singer, from a song, and I really like the lyrics. I was like, why not tweet it out? And I tweeted out the lyrics.
So this ain't a subtweet. This ain't
No.
You ain't putting feelers out to 1,289 other people that were like, oh, I love the lyrics too. I love that. This is my shit.
No, it was really just about the lyrics.
Purely. I mean, you kept it pinned. It's clearly the top tier tweet of them all right there. I had to ask. I was like, yo, because I'm going through. I'm trying to find which ones we could talk about. All of them are in the afternoons, appropriate times, and then I'm just like, damn, is Emily playing Marvin's Room right now? Is she all right?
Marvin's Room.
I'm
good. It was just pure lyrics.
It was pure lyrics. All right, fair play. That being said, that's all the hard stuff, all right? That's the embarrassing stuff. That's the icebreaker kind of moments. I'm going to ask you some introspective questions about your time on Twitch, and then we'll move into your life story, all right?
Okay, perfect.
So the first question I have here is, Emily, what have you learned about yourself through streaming?
Oh my god. That I'm an anxious person. It's weird to say, but because I have so many things to do, I get so anxious now because of it. And it's a bad thing. So I'm trying to control it, and I'm trying to find ways to minimize my anxiety. But I've never had so many things to worry about or so many things to think about before streaming.
How is your mental health doing? I think that's a hot topic that a lot of streamers have been kind of coming forward with, being like, I'm just not okay. I'm having a hard time balancing everything that we have to do on here on this platform, and also, real life stuff that when the cameras are off, people don't get to see.
Yeah. I would say it's like up and down a lot. Mental health wise. I've been dealing with a lot of depression since I've 18. I was diagnosed with major depression for around 6 months, and then it's like I have my ups and then I have my downs, and I have my ups and then I have my downs. So it's hard dealing with that and balancing everything. So, and I've heard a lot of streamers are like coming out and seeing that they need help because it's difficult. Streaming is difficult.
Definitely.
So
what's your emotional outlet offline, not streaming wise?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you mentioned that streaming was an escape about 30 minutes ago, and when I say emotional outlet, I'm asking, like, how do you unwind? How do you relax? How do you get away from it all? Not think about streaming, not think about content, and just recharge, I guess.
I either watch movies a lot or watch shows. I feel like that's a good way to kind of escape too.
Definitely.
Or I spend time with my family. I'm on FaceTime with my friends. That's about it. That's how I cope or relax, I would say.
Take care of yourself, Emily. Over here, you're doing so many things, and then you're over here being like, It's funny because you mentioned all these activities you mentioned are also dealing with a lot of other people too. So it's like I'm trying to figure out, when is it truly one-on-one Emily time? It's only me. I'm doing my own thing. Or do you find a lot of energy in being relational?
I don't know. I never like to be alone or never like to deal with myself alone. It's something that I've been struggling with, and I want to
Mhm.
learn to be with myself
Yeah.
because I feel like it's important. But I would like to like, I don't know, maybe read books. I know some of my community members will might laugh at
Right.
me because I never read books, but I want to. Trust me, I want to. I feel like it's good to read
Mm.
books.
Feel
But
like it's good to read books.
it
Someone,
is, it
hey,
is.
your community, if you want to clip that and save that for later, go right ahead. It's good to read books here. Oh my gosh.
It is. But
Yeah.
maybe I would love to. I started meditating, but then I like kind of like
Mm.
stopped. I'm a really fast quitter when I start something. I don't know.
Nah,
But
yeah.
one-on-one time with me, it's just like me watching movies or
Yeah. Fair play.
TV
Okay.
shows right
Okay.
now.
Okay. You got to check out that new Eric Andre movie on Netflix. I hear that's a banger. That's a really,
Really?
yeah, check it out. Pretty funny. I hear. I haven't
I
watched it
will.
myself. I'll take a peep at it later this week.
All right.
Let me ask you this. How would you describe your streaming style, Emily? How would you
My
describe your streaming
streaming
style?
style. What do you mean by streaming style? Like,
Well, some of the answers in the past have talked about whether they plan content, don't plan content, what they try to focus on, what they don't focus on. You know, that kind of,
mm,
you know.
okay. Yeah, well, first of all, I'd never plan my streams. Like, I just wing it all the
Mm,
time. And I want to start planning it, like
mhm,
I mentioned before. I feel like it's important. And I want to stay consistent. So consistency, I'm always consistent with my what's it called? My streaming.
mhm.
I think that's about it,
Mhm.
honestly.
Do you find it stressful that you don't plan out your content, that you kind of just freestyle it? Or do you live in that moment?
I'm kind of used to it
Hmm.
at this point. Sometimes it is stressful because I know sometimes I've hit like a wall and I'm like, what the hell
Yeah.
do I stream tonight? I don't know what to stream. Like I
Yeah.
don't have friends that are on that I could stream with, or I don't feel like playing a certain game
Hmm.
because I don't know, I don't want to, or I don't want to. I don't know. Sometimes there's like that wall, and
Definitely.
that's why I want in the future to plan my content out.
Fair play. Let's talk about your community. You gas them up a ton. You told you
Yeah.
saw so I got high expectations of this. But Emily, if I asked your community who you are, and I had no idea who you were prior, what do you think they would say to me?
My community gasses me up a lot.
Really?
Yeah, they say that I don't know. I don't know what they would say, but I know they love me.
I don't know what they would say, but I
They
know they love me. How do you know this?
they I mean, I see always the same faces, like always.
Mm,
They're super loyal.
mhm.
Um, but how would they describe me? I have no idea. Maybe I'm always confused 24/7. I'm always asking chat, what's going on? I don't know.
You hit me with confused? What's the
Yes,
adjective?
I'm always lost. Like sometimes I'll be like doing something and then thinking about something else, and I'll be like, "Wait, what just happened, stream?" And then they'll like fill me in with what I just did, and then I was like, "Oh yeah," and then so on.
I've done this show 68 times now, Emily. I've done this 68 times. I've never in my life had a guest tell me, yeah, my community thinks I'm confused.
Yeah, no, they really do. They really do.
Oh my gosh, I like that though. So confused, not nice, not gamer, not fun. You're standing with just confused. That's the number one consensus. I'm
I
gonna go to your stream next stream. I'm asking the people there, yo, tell me about Emily right now. She's kind of I don't even know if she's aware of what she's doing. She can't name an author apparently. I don't know what's going on here.
exactly, exactly.
Okay,
No,
all
but
right. Mhm.
overall, I would say they think I'm pretty nice and genuine person. I think.
Hmm. Nice. Let's flip it on them though. The next question I have for you, and then we'll lean into life stories, is how would you describe your community to me? If I showed up, I was like, "Yo, Emily, tell me about these people that are surrounding me here in the chat." How would you describe these individuals and what they mean to you?
Um, Loyalty. Literally, number one is loyalty. They always like same faces are in my stream and positivity 100%.
Mm,
No, there's never negativity in my chat,
mhm.
and I just love that. Like it's
Awesome.
always positive vibes, and they always like make my mood better.
Hmm.
And I just love that they hype each other up. They hype me up. Like it's the best thing.
If I may ask, and I'm coming out a little bit of ignorance because I've been in a lot of pockets here on Twitch and a lot of communities, and I would say many do have a negative vibe. It gets easy to get into that whole troll mentality. How did you facilitate a community that is not just supportive of you or positive of you, but of one another as well?
Um, it's hard. I definitely get trolls. I would say every stream.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just I just decide if somebody that I don't like in stream, you know what, you can just close the stream and go to another stream because I don't want you here. It's just that simple. If
Hmm.
you're not spreading the positivity that others are doing, then I don't think you belong in my channel
Yeah.
because that's not what I want to like show. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a negative space
Hmm.
to where I want my channel to be somewhere like comfortable for everybody to be, that everybody can be free in themselves and not be like bullied, I would say, because I feel
Yeah.
like other Twitch channels are very toxic. Not Twitch channels, chat are very
Hmm.
toxic in that sense.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just want my space to be like super positive and cool vibes.
Nice. If I may ask, and this is kind of a bonus question here, March was labeled by Twitch as kind of like Women's Month, right? And
Hmm.
and you know, I've also seen some stats here on Twitter that really do show the disparaging kind of difference between male content creators and their viewership and all that jazz and female content creators. What
Hmm.
advice would you give to female content creators that are just starting off, that are just especially in kind of a male dominated industry? What would you say, or advice wise, to encourage them in their journey of content creation as well?
I would say always keep your head up and don't let hate like get through to you, because hate will always be there and negativity will always be there because you're a female and the Twitch community, and it's something you have to deal with on a daily basis, I would say. And it's hard, and you kind of just have to put a wall up and just say like, I don't accept that,
Mhm.
and you just show them that you're better. That's literally it.
Did you always, even early on, never like mind all the bullshit that was going on in the chat, or is this something that you learned over time to manage?
I would say I always like kind of just put that stuff aside.
Yeah.
Like I never let it go get through me. Like I know they're just like, I don't know, they just want attention for some
Hmm.
reason. So I never drag attention to it, and I never like I don't like say I don't, oh my god, this guy said this thing in my chat, like I can't
Hmm.
sleep. Like it's not like that.
Oh, you're
So
asking for them to come back too. That's the thing. The second you give them life, then no, honestly, like they love that shit. Like it's a weird feeding ground of like, oh, this person hates me. I want more of that hate because it's a different
Mhm.
type of attention. It's very personalized too. Um,
Yeah.
but nice. No, that's solid advice. And I hopefully, again, for those that are watching live or in the future on YouTube, they're able to apply to that and on their journey in content creation. That being
Mhm.
said, Emily, it's as simple as that. That's the first segment. It's a breeze. I told as we transition to life stories. Can I ask, when you got on here, were you a little nervous? Did you not know what you were getting yourself into in terms of the show?
Um, I was a little nervous, but now I'm okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
See, we're 68 and 68, all right? I've never, every guest within 15 minutes are like, oh, this is what to expect. It's not that hard. It's not that bad. It's not, it's not as nerve-wracking. There's no gotcha questions. Again, I got your
no,
back
I'm
here.
having a fun time.
I
So
appreciate that. I appreciate that. That being said, this is a segment of the show where I use the restroom, and I'm going to leave you here with everyone for 1 minute. For 1 minute.
okay.
I've trained my body to have like 3 bathroom breaks usually, but I think I'll only have 2 this time. But
You're
everyone's
fine.
here. They're yours. I'll be right back, all right? So you can open the chat. I know I said don't try not to read it, but they're yours for the next 30 seconds to a minute, all right?
Okay, okay.
All right.
Hi, Chad. Hi, Molly. Oh my god. Hi, Value. Bro, my cam looks so terrible. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Chris. Are you guys enjoying it? I'm enjoying it. Hi, Falcon. Hi, Bailey. What's up? Hi, Guy. It's amazing. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I feel like this is a part of me you guys don't get to see. Hi, Broom. Doing amazing. Thanks. I hate the camera. I don't know why it's like this. Whatever. Oh my god. Guy, you wanted to do a podcast? Yeah, I was like, something cool to do. It's like, why not? To scare camera quality? Yeah. You missed most of the interview. It's fine. You can rewatch it, I'm pretty sure. He has his VODs up. Or not. Or it's maybe going to be on YouTube, I think. Not seeing your cam inverted. It is on my screen. Have to do this again another time for sure. Yeah. I want to do this with the girls.
All right.
Welcome back.
Oh man. All right. Let's see what we have here. All right, Emily. We're going into life stories. This is the meat and potatoes of the show. This is the heart of the matter.
Okay.
That being said, there's a couple things I want to preface you in. All right.
Mm-hmm.
First thing first is that in these kind of conversations, I tend to lean in and I tend to ask for a lot of follow-up questions. A lot of this is on the fly. The thing that I sent you, the PDF, it doesn't have any specific questions. This is literally conversation. That being said, too, I want to respect your story. So if there's anything that you don't feel comfortable in talking about or something that you just don't want to cover, you could either give me a blanket statement or just tell me like, hey, that's a little personal, and we'll move on from there. So no pressure whatsoever. Let me see. That being said, I think I said that 4 times already. The first topic here we'll talk about is your family, all right, and just general growing up. Without doxing yourself, Emily, maybe you give us a general state or a city. Without doxing yourself, where were you born and raised?
Canada and Quebec.
Quebec, Canada. No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Canadian.
Any siblings?
I have one little sister. She's 18.
Yo, nice. Tell me the dynamic between you two.
My sister and I?
Yeah.
I feel like we're complete opposites.
In what way? What do you mean by that?
She's like I don't know how to explain it, but we like the opposite things, I would say. She's more of she loves books. I hate books.
So that reading shit earlier was a lie then, Emily.
I want to get into reading books, but but I'm more of a movie type of girl. Like if there's a book and there's a movie of the book, I'm 100% watching the movie.
That's fair.
It's way quicker.
Yeah, easier on the eyes. It's shorter. It makes a lot of sense. And so, tell me about this, because a lot of, again, from the 68 that I've interviewed at this time, majority are younger, are the youngest in their family. So let me ask you this, Emily. Being the oldest in yours, tell me the dynamics. Did you feel like you had a lot of pressure in being the oldest in the family? Usually the one that's the oldest kind of has that, the parents' full attention. They're really strict on them early on. Tell me what it was like being the oldest in your family.
I definitely agree that my mom was a lot stricter with me than my sister, especially when I was like 15, 16 kind of. But then it kind of like, she was strict for like a phase and then she like dropped it. So I don't know.
Do you know why she just dropped it? That's wild.
I mean, we expressed, my sister and I, that like being this strict like isn't like really helpful for me and my sister. So she kind of just like let us do our own thing, be our own person. So that was awesome of her to like let us learn to be us and learn from our mistakes.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me just address the elephant here in the room. Brit Balls, thank you so much for the 76,000 person raid, dude. That's so sick. Thanks so much, Brit. I'll reach out to you after this show. But Emily, so in terms of your family, then, all right. So we kind of got a little bit of the dynamic between the two sisters, which I would love. Actually, one more question about you and your sister. Do you have any story? Do you have any story between you and your sister where it's kind of like that sibling moment where you guys had to work together to get away with something, where it's just one of those bonding moments where it's like, you look at them and you're like, all right, this is between us. This stays between us. We got to work together to do this one thing, whatever it may be. Have you have any of those memories growing up?
Oh my god, I do, but I can't like remember any of those memories for some reason. um, not really. Honestly, I
Not
can't.
too,
I can't.
not
I
too
can't
many.
remember.
So it sounds like
Yeah.
then you and your sister, like you guys are, as much as you said you're very different. Do you guys hang out a lot, or is it like you guys are in your own separate lives?
I would say we're both in our own separate lives.
Yeah.
We're like kind of in our own bubble, I would say.
hmm
But I do love her very, very much,
That's awesome.
as she does with me. But I feel like I don't know. We're just doing our own thing right now.
Definitely, definitely. Tell me about your parents. Tell me, what's the dynamic between you and your parents?
Well, I don't really have a father. My father's kind of absent, so
Mm,
my mom's like my best friend.
that's awesome.
I tell her everything and anything, any advice. She's there. She's listening. She's so supportive, and I just love her to death. Like
Yeah.
she's so awesome.
In terms of your relationship then with your mom, how did she feel when the conversation? Well, first and foremost, have you told your mom about you streaming?
Yeah, of course. Like when
hmm
I started doing it more seriously,
hmm
obviously I was super nervous because my mom wanted me to go to school and blah blah blah
Yeah.
and do that same route that everybody does, and that's what she expects from, me and my sister.
Mm,
But she was disappointed, and that's not really what she wanted from me. But she is supportive of it. Like
mm,
she helps me in any way, but she doesn't necessarily agree with it. But she
mm.
doesn't like I don't know how to say it. She doesn't say no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like
Just
so
wary from the sidelines. She's just she'll support you, but she has her reservations. I feel that. I feel
exactly.
that. I think that's actually really good parenting. Like you're gonna have to let your kid experience and learn in life, and if they do end up failing or falling, that you're there by their sides. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's how she's been, yeah.
How in terms of with you and your mom, I think I don't hear too many people talking about how close they are with their parents. That I think
Mhm.
that's a rarity, especially in our generation. What was it? What allowed for you to break those barriers of being like, no, this is not just my mother, but this is my best friend. Like I'm gonna confide everything.
I feel like trust is super important,
hmm
and I've always wanted like a super nice bond with my mom, or like
Yeah.
I feel like it's super important because that's your family, you know?
hmm
So I just, I started trusting her more, and I started to see like this does pay off. Like I can trust my mom to tell her things, and she will give me super good advice. And like I was like,
Yeah.
why didn't I do this before? Like why when I was 15 I just wanted to be in my own room, but like
hmm
now that I'm older, I can see like that I want to tell my mom things and I want her to give me advice, and that's just awesome. So
Tell me, Emily, what kind of teenager were you when you were growing up in the heydays? What kind of, let's say, at the
oh my
ages of 16 to 18 or 14 to 18, who were you during those angsty teenage years?
Uh, I was kinda I don't know how to describe it. I was kind of, I wanted to be older. Like, I'd never wanted to be young.
Yeah?
Like, when I was 14, I just wanted to wait till I was 18, and I just wanted to do my own thing,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I just I don't like remembering
Why?
about
Why?
those.
Why do you want to be old? Like, what attraction is it to being older?
Because I had more freedom.
Mm,
That's what I because my mom would always say, "When you're 18, you can do whatever you want."
yeah.
So I wanted to be 18
Mhm.
like as fast as I could, but
Okay.
here I am. I'm 20 years old, and it's the same thing. So
So yeah, I was gonna ask you, being 20 now, was it everything that you ever lived for? Like, would you say that 14-year-old self, if she was able to look at you now, be like, oh, this is what growing up looks like. This is what I want. This is what I've been kind of pushing for.
growing up sucks. It sucks.
What?
I
Oh, welcome to the party. What was the
yeah,
giveaway?
no, growing up sucks. I just now I have to deal with my own stuff and pay my own things and all that
Mhm.
stuff. When you're a kid, you don't have to worry about that. So
Oh, truth. That's truth. And just get
yeah.
ready for when you get random headaches. That's fucking awesome. That's great. When you can't eat certain things. Anywho, you develop allergies down the road. Hey, we don't got. Now I'm just projecting. I'm sorry. I'm giving you some of my bullshit right here. But anywho, let's lean into a little bit of your education and your friend groups here. All right. I like to start this segment off into high school years. I think those
Mhm.
were really the most transformative years all around. It was our taste of cliques, of social statuses, this and that. So, are you familiar with the movie Mean Girls, Emily?
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
classic. It's a classic.
Yeah.
So then, in Mean Girls, there's a ton of stereotypes. There's the
Mhm.
jocks, the popular kids, the stoners, the emo kids, the outcasts, whatever it may be. In that spectrum of stereotypes in high school, where did you fall under?
I was probably the loner. Like
What do you mean?
I was probably the one that wanted to be accepted by everybody in high school. Like, I don't know, I just never really fit in any stereotype. I was always like
Mm-hmm.
by myself or with friends, but I never
Yeah.
really felt part of them. Like I was always I never liked my high school years. I was always like
Mm-hmm.
me, myself, and I. Like I never really had real friends in high school.
What does that mean? Because to even use the phrase friends, but then say that they either didn't know you or you're kind of having a hard time kind of describing that relationship. What does it mean then to say you had friends, but then you're also a lone wolf?
Meaning like I would I would like prefer to be alone, but
Mm.
like sometimes I would see like my friends quote unquote and like be like, okay, let me go chill with
Hmm.
them for a little
Why are you
bit.
giving quotes? What the hell is that? What are these subtweets? What are these? What happened?
I don't know. It's just like I don't really talk to anybody from my high school.
Yeah,
It's like they really reveal their true colors with time. So
true, true. How do you choose your friendships, Emily?
how do I choose my friendships?
Yeah.
I'm very picky with my friends. Very
So
picky.
what's an ideal friend then?
Loyalty. Like number
Damn, this is
one
like the
is
10th
loyalty.
time. Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, my friends need to be super loyal and super genuine and nice, and I don't know, they're cool. My friends now are cool. I love
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Okay. So, and of course, let me ask the softball questions about high school. What was your subject? What was the class that you killed it at?
Oh my god, I don't remember. Probably. Oh my god. I know I hated math and I hated
Mhm.
history. Oh, English class
Why English?
because I was good at it. I don't know.
Okay. In terms of the writing process, in terms of like understanding all the grammatical rules, what are we talking about?
Because I was in French school, like the majority. I mean
Mm.
everything until
Mhm.
college, but French is a super, super, super hard language with grammar and all that stuff, and it's
Yeah.
super hard. So when it was English class, it was super easy for me. Like everything was so simple and easy. I was like, oh my god, like
Mhm.
why can't I go to an English school? But yeah.
Let me ask this then. How about any co-curriculars? Did you play anything, any sports, band? Were you
Never.
in any clubs? You were out of there at 3 p.m.
I
You are
hate it.
fuck it.
Yes, I just wanted to go home. Every time the bell rang, I just wanted to go home. That's the
Really?
only thing I wanted
Damn.
to do.
You did not linger. If I may ask, then, where did you eat lunch? What was your ideal? Did you have a crew, or were you eating with the teacher, or were you just alone there too?
No, no, no. I had my friends. Like
Okay,
I
yeah.
was always at the
Hmm.
cafeteria. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Let me ask this. All right, was there any teacher, any moment in your high school experience that had influenced you in a positive way? That's something that you kind of still hold in your heart, being like, wow, that this occurred when I was in high school, or maybe it was a teacher that was encouraging you to do something or pushing you and motivating you to be a better version of yourself. Was there any of that in high school, or was it that just detrimental where you're just like, man, fuck this place. This is a dingy
No,
hole. Mhm.
it wasn't that horrible, but my English teacher was actually one of my biggest. I loved English class because my English teacher,
Yeah.
he would give like motivational speeches, not only like directed to English class, but to
Hmm.
life in general. He felt that it was important to know like life lessons and like advice that like maybe it could apply to us, and I just love that. And he was like, "You're so good, Emily, like you
Hmm.
can do it, blah blah blah." And I don't even remember his name, but I just love him.
That's
He's
nice.
nice.
Yeah. So let me take you to your final week in high school. All right, we're gonna get to that point. So final week of high school, you're kind of worrying about finals. You're trying to do the whole cap and gown kind of shit and figure out what's happening there. What was the next steps for Lazy Emily? What was it? A 4-year university? Was it a community college? Was it work? Was it taking a year off? Was it traveling? What were the
Um,
next steps for you outside of high school?
I was going to nursing school.
No way. What?
I was going to nursing school, and I was gonna travel and go to nursing school. But I hated nursing. I did one semester of nursing and I hated it, every
And what
single
was
bit of
it?
it.
What was it? What was the point where you're like, oh, this is not me?
No, it was like oh my god, just I can't even describe it. Just I don't know, maybe like the needles or the stuff like that. I thought I could do it. I honestly thought I could
Mhm.
because of Grey's Anatomies. I watched
Okay,
that
so
show.
time out. What the? You're
I
telling
watched
me
that show,
you're
and
trying
I
to?
thought I could do it.
N- I'm speechless, Emily. You're telling me your whole vocation was because you had a bomb ass season of Grey's Anatomy. You're like,
I swear to God, it was. Since I
you're,
was like in ninth grade, I
you're
was like
trying to see.
obsessed with Grey's Anatomies,
This is unreal.
and I was like, you know what? This is what I want to be. I want to be a nurse, and
I love
and
that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I turned out I didn't like anything of it. So
You were trying to meet your McDreamy. Don't even lie to me right here. You're trying to see. You said, you know what? I look fucking good in scrubs. What the fuck? Here, let's give it. Let's toss this in. That's tough.
yeah,
So how long did you spend in nursing school?
one semester.
1 semester. Okay. So then when you realized that it wasn't for you and that, this isn't what you signed up for, how was
Mhm.
that conversation with your parent?
I mean, I didn't know. I was kind of lost after that. I was
Yeah.
like taking like courses that were like kind of general classes.
Mm.
'Cause I'd never liked anything they offered, like, I never, like, found any profession that I wanted to pursue, like, I was just kinda lost, and, I mean, my mom was super supportive, she was trying to help me the most she can,
Definitely.
she was like, "Maybe this would interest you, I could see you doing this, doing that," like, she was super supportive,
Mhm.
like, the whole way through.
S- So then, going through that experience together, both with your mind, yourself, what are some of these general courses? What are some of the paths that you had taken to try to figure out what you were interested in?
I mean, general classes like English,
Hmm.
and what else did I take? Oh my god, I don't remember. Psychology.
Hmm.
I was actually really interested in
Ooh,
psychology.
yeah.
I actually really like that.
Good one.
What else? English, psychology. I had like 4 classes. I don't remember. I had
Hmm.
like yoga or something like
Hmm.
that.
Of course. I mean, I don't blame
Uh,
you. I do the same. I do the same.
yeah, and I don't remember the last class I had.
So, where are you now then in terms of that whole journey?
I stopped going to school.
Hmm.
'Cause I don't know, I was just kinda like there was a point where I never went to my classes because I never wanted to go to school.
Yeah,
It was just, like, really, really boring to me, and I never like, I was doing school for nothing, like, I was just going to school to
yeah,
go to school, like, I never
definitely.
really had something to look forward to
Hmm.
in that kind of sense. So, I kinda just stopped going to school and started working.
Yeah, That's awesome. And
Yeah.
I want to like support you on that too, because like I used to work in college admissions and literally, and this is like a private college, and
Mhm.
literally we'd have students that would be paying 60K a year as undecided for like 3 years. It's a lot. That's a lot of investment. And so to make that call, I know like society wise, they're all like, well, you need your college degree, you need this and then that.
Yeah.
But for you to make that conscious and adult decision of being like, you know, I'm going to take a step back. And maybe in the future, if I could figure out what I want to do, then yeah, I'll lean into it. But for now, like I'm
Mhm.
going to work and I'm going to save money and I'm going to do my thing, and learn more about myself as a person too. I think that's really
Yeah,
important.
exactly. I think that's super important. I never like school is not super closed off for me. Like if
Yeah.
sometime in the future, like I'm interested in something and that
hmm
takes like for me to study, then I'll go to school. There's no problem with
hmm
that. But I just think that it's super important to know more about yourself and what you like as a person, what are your interests, and to travel and do whatever things you want to
Yeah.
do when you're young, and you can always study later if you have to.
How was that conversation with your parent when you kind of it's one thing to stop doing nursing school, and then
Mhm.
kind of go back to school, but it's another to just really cut it all off. How did that conversation with your mom go?
She wasn't super happy.
Yeah, oh, true.
She was trying to understand me, and she couldn't. Like I don't know, she wasn't. It took her some time to accept the fact that I wasn't going to school anymore.
Yeah.
Even till this day, they're like, you can take a couple classes, it wouldn't hurt. And I'm like, I can't, I have no time.
hmm
But I would take a class if I'm really interested into something, but
Yeah.
it just yeah, but she learned to accept it with time.
Do you ever see like yourself like being like, well, I think if I do this, this could help my like content creation kind of side of life. Like if I learn like editing stuff, or because that's what I'm kind of working through right now. I was like, do I take an online course on editing, like videos or this and that, or do I, any of that, or is it strictly I want to focus on what I'm doing right here, right now, in terms of content on Twitch, TikTok, and abroad?
Yeah, I actually like I would say a month ago I downloaded this editing software and I
Yeah,
wanted to learn how to edit, but it was a lot of work.
true,
Like a
true.
lot of things to learn, a lot of
hmm
work. It's so time consuming
Yep.
and I quit. I
No, no, amen.
uninstalled it.
I bought Adobe whatever bullshit editing
Me
and
too. I
you
did I
too.
did too. Yes, I bought that too. I
And
bought that too.
it was a nice little icon on my computer before I unsubscribed and been like, "Yo, can I get that refund real quick? Like, what? How long is the warranty for this shit?" I'm not.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's brutal because that's expensive, man. That's
No,
expensive.
it's expensive, and I made one Cold War montage, and I never edited anything again. I'd rather pay somebody to do it for me.
Yo, is that on YouTube? Is
Yeah, it
that?
is on
Oh, all
YouTube.
right. I'll take a look at that after the stream. I'll take a look at your handmade Cold War montage. Tell me this: what music did you play in the background, or was there no music?
That was like lo-fi music. Yeah.
You went with lo-fi and the killing. Yeah, that's perfect. Great. I love it. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. That's it.
Exactly.
Let's lean into your work history here, all right? A little bit about employment. In total, Emily, in total, how many jobs have you had? I'm talking jobs that you would put on a resume.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, let me count.
Got
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5.
5 jobs? What the heck? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
or 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5. All right. Well, let's get into them a little bit in order here. Starting with your first one. How old were you and what were you doing?
I think I was 15 and I was a cosmetician for 5 days.
Okay, ma'am. All right, ma'am. I
I
can't even.
like it. I'm super picky when it comes to jobs and coworkers. I want to feel like I was a cosmetician and I was like doing high school at the
Okay.
moment,
Yeah.
and my boss just like literally threw me books of like everything I need to learn about products, like
Yeah.
about like skincare and stuff. And I'm like, I am 15 and I don't need more studying to do.
But
You know what I
but
mean?
but why did you take the job then? What did you?
Well, I didn't think I need to study this. I didn't think so.
That's
But
just disrespectful now to that. You're like, oh, this shit, I can do this. I do this every day. It's fine. It's yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't like that, so I quit after like 5 days. And also it was really far from my house, so it was like an
Fair.
hour and a half in bus, and I
Hour and a
was like,
half. Damn.
yeah, it was too far. So that was like one of my first jobs. And then I worked as a waitress in
Okay.
a for weddings.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I actually really like that job. Oh yeah,
Why?
5 jobs. I love that job because I get to be a part of a wedding. I felt that that was so cool,
hmm
like with different cultures, and like I just love the staff too. My coworkers were awesome,
That's
and I
cool.
feel like a big part of like enjoying your job is the coworkers, like 100%. Like if you have good coworkers and good chemistry with them, your job is gonna be super easy.
What's the
So,
wildest shit you saw at that job? Because I know weddings can go kind of hard, especially if there's like an open bar. Did you
oh
s-
my
did you witness
god,
anything that was out of pocket?
yeah. It was like a Russian party, and you know how Russians like love vodka,
Oh
and
yeah.
so they got so drunk and they got a little bit aggressive and blah blah blah. But other than that, that was like probably much the wildest stuff
hmm
that could have happened at the wedding.
Aggressive. What do you mean by aggressive?
Like, because it was time to leave, because they can reserve the space for like at a certain time,
hmm
and they didn't want to leave, so we had to like kind of kick them out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. All right. So you lasted there for how long?
A couple months actually.
Okay.
It was like a summer job, so I
Oh,
went there
nice.
for summers.
All
That
right.
was that. And then what else did I do? I worked
Third
at
one.
a restaurant. I didn't like it. I was a bus girl.
And you just
I hate.
you hated this. This is not for
Yeah,
you. How?
yeah. I didn't like it. I feel like it was like mostly the clients. They were really like rich people clients, and
mhm.
they just expected everything to be clean and nice, and they had such an attitude, and I hated it. I felt like the like
What's some of the shit that they did? What's some of the shit that they did to you?
I don't remember. They just would look at me with this eye and be like, "Ah, I need more sugar in my coffee. I need
hmm
more this," or like just like be super, super, super picky with their things.
hmm
And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Not for you.
And yeah. And then where
And you
else did I
lasted
work?
there for how long? One more?
I think a month.
Damn, these are quick. You're going
Yeah,
quick through these.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't really stay long. I think the last one I worked at a Ferris wheel. That was like I love that job.
Whoa,
I worked
what?
Yeah, I love that. I
What did you
loved it.
do on the Ferris wheel?
I was a ticket booth girl, so,
Okay.
like, if you want tickets for the Ferris wheel, you come to me.
Yeah, that's sick.
But I loved it there because of the staff, and,
hmm
like, I actually made some really cool friends there, and they're still my friends till today. They're
That's the
super
best,
Yeah.
honestly. That's the
Mhm.
best. Because work is, work is just shitty. It's a shitty experience. You're tired. You're
Yeah.
there, but having some homies there that can kind of, you can hang out with, maybe even a little bit of chit chat, whether it be a little bit of gossip or any of that, and shoot the shit with is always fun. Do you have another one? That's four. Did you have one more, or is it
Remember if
totally
no, I don't think so, I don't
okay?
remember.
Of the four jobs, all right, of the four jobs you've listed, which one resonated with you the most, and in that job, what did you learn from it?
The Ferris wheel one.
The
I
Ferris wheel, gotcha.
Yeah, what I learned from it? I learned
Yeah.
a lot. I feel like at that point, I was like 18 when I started working there,
Mm-hmm.
and I just learned to be a lot more professional in a workspace, and how to treat your bosses and all that stuff, because all my other jobs I was like there for like not a long time, but I stayed there for like a year. So I got to love my bosses. I got to go to parties with them,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So then tell me this, what is the ideal work environment? What is your outside of streaming, right? What's your ideal situation where you're like, yo, I think I could work here. Like, I think I could do this from a 9 to 5 perspective.
Um, like environment wise,
Mhm.
I think positivity is number one. I like that my work environment is like super positive, and like no drama, no like weird bosses. Like I hate that. Like
Mhm.
I love, like at my last job, the first one, I love my bosses. Like they were just so sweet to me, and we could work together as a team, and I just love that kind of chemistry. So yeah.
You said weird bosses. Did you have weird bosses in the past?
Like strict, weird bosses. Yeah.
Strict? Oh, like I'm trying.
Like,
Like you need to be here. You need to be doing
yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. I don't like those. I
That's
mean,
fair.
nobody does.
No, no. It's the micromanaging that really kind of ruins it because it's like there's no trust. At that point, they basically are hiring a robot to do exactly
Yeah,
what they want.
exactly.
Nice. All right. Well, let's lean into this last part of your life story, all right? We're going into this last part, and it's about romantic relationships, all right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you about your romantic history here, Emily, okay? I'm gonna try to tread lightly too, all right? I'm doing this with all
You're
due
fine.
respect.
You're fine.
All right. So I'm gonna take this segment similar to work history. In total,
Mhm.
how many individuals had the official tag, the official I am, so and so. I'm Lazy Emily's significant other. The tried and true title. How many of those
Um,
exist out there?
I don't know. I've. Oh my god. One, four,
Four.
four.
All right.
But there's two of them that lasted like less than 3 months.
Okay. That's no problem. That's no
Yeah.
problem. Let's start off with the first one. All right.
Mhm.
We're gonna Ariana Grande this one. We're gonna thank you next to all. But the first one here? How'd you guys meet? How old were you?
I was 15. That was
Okay.
my first relationship, and it was in high school.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lasted 3 months, and
3 months.
yeah. Yeah.
So what was it about? What was the upon first sight? What was it about him that you were like, oh shit, like okay, I think I can, I think I'm willing to give this a try.
Honestly, I don't remember. That was such a
Mhm.
long time ago. I just know it didn't end well.
If I may ask, did you know prior to the breakup that this ain't it? What were the red flags, if you may, in the relationship?
He was like super toxic, super
Mm-hmm.
like um I don't know, super like controlling and all that stuff, and I didn't like that. And after the breakup, I had to put like a restraining order over him because he
Yo,
would like
what?
harass me. Yeah.
How does that
And
work if you guys are at the same high school though?
I moved high schools.
Oh, okay.
I yeah. So
If I may ask, what kind of getting into that a little bit, at what point did you realize this is a restraining order kind of ordeal?
I mean, to the point. I mean, my mom kind of saw like the shift in my mood, and she kind of saw the like messages he would send me, and my mom was like, "No, we have to like put a restraining order on him because he can't stop." Also, he would like follow me after, like he would take the same bus as me to go to my home, and like I was like, "No, like this can't, like you can't do this, bro." So
The
like
hell is
once he
going?
started doing that, like we put a restraining order on him. Yeah.
Holy cat! Was it? I assume it was you that broke up with him, correct?
Yeah.
How was that
Mhm.
conversation?
I don't really remember. It's kind of like a blur in my
Mm-hmm.
memory,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it went well. I don't remember it going well,
Well,
anyways.
I mean, apparently, I assume that the restraining order came after the breakup, not before. Hopefully, I don't know.
No, it did after.
Okay, after. All right, thank
Yeah.
goodness. I was about to say, I was like, really, Emily, you're gonna go back and have a conversation with the individual after you gave him his papers? Let's go into the second one. All right, second
Mhm.
of four. How did you meet him, and how old were you?
I was like 16 and a half and still in high school. Lasted a year and a half with them.
Okay, damn. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So seemed like a pretty
Um.
healthy one. What?
No, it
Oh,
isn't.
well, okay, okay. But bear with me. Let me backtrack. All right, I'll take that back. Healthy in the sense of longevity, but I mean, some people do stick around just because. So,
Mhm.
tell me the earlier stages of that relationship with him. What made you enamored and was like, oh yeah, I fuck with this. Like, I can actually see myself dating him.
Um. Honestly, the only thing I think of, he was really funny. That's it.
He was hilarious. Perfect.
Yeah, he was funny. That's all I can say good about
Mhm.
him.
And during the course, because the thing is, like, I'm a big believer, you could tell a lot about a person in a year,
Mhm.
because you go through all 4 seasons. You see the
Mhm.
holidays, you see, yeah, summertime madness, then fall feels, and then spring is so. But in that year and a half that you dated your boyfriend at 16 and a half, I believe you said, when
Mhm.
you were 16 and a half. At what point did you see that the relationship was kind of shaky and not as stable as it once was at the beginning?
Oh my god, I would probably say, like, 3 months in the relationship, but
Really?
I was yeah, I was in that relationship, there was a lot of, like, abuse, like, emotional abuse,
Mm.
especially, he was controlling, like, super, super, super toxic, like, oh my god, I would even say aggressive, but I was, like, kind of, like, in this cycle where, like, I didn't say anything wrong, like, of him, but, like, my friends and family would tell me, like, "He's not good for you, he's, like, making you do this, do that," like, he was just, like, really not good, and but I learned from that.
Mm.
Yeah.
You said I think what strikes me the most from what you just said was that you saw it in 3 months in, but the
Mhm, yeah.
duration of the relationship was over a year and a half. So
Yeah.
what kept you there? What kept you together?
I would say, it was, like, hoping he would change,
Mm.
um, kept me there because, like, he would always, like, be like, "I'm sorry, I'll change," and never happen. So I was like it was just hope that it would just shift around and it'd be all okay, but
Mhm.
it didn't, so
What was the breaking point?
it was like, oh my god, I remember. It was he literally told me to choose between my best friend or him, and I
Mm.
was like, "No, I can't do that." And I was just like, "Please get out of my life. Like, I
Why?
can't do that."
But why is he making you choose between? That seems like such a stupid decision or a
I
stupid thing to
know.
say.
He wanted me to spend more time with him,
Oh
and
my
I never got to
gosh.
see my best friend because of him, because he had me so, like, controlled to,
Yeah.
like, him only,
Mm.
so I felt like I could never see my best friend, and one day, like, I was just vibing with her, like, getting like, wanting to see my best friend, and he, like, called me, like, raging and be like, "Why are you with her?" Like, it was just it was nonsense, but
Yikes.
I'm really glad I'm out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I assume again you were the one that called it off. You're just like
Yeah.
this. Nah, 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 nah. And how was
Mhm.
that conversation, especially from someone who's very controlling?
Um, it was easy because I blocked him everywhere. I never really heard of him after, honestly.
You just fucking
Yeah,
you Thanos'd him. He's done. Snap of a
yeah,
finger, out of here.
e
Holy cow!
yeah, I
Right.
was it was pretty easy to get over him.
So after you got out of that relationship, and out of curiosity, what did you learn from that one? 'Cause that being the first like long relationship that we've gotten to talk about, what did you gain in terms of experience and knowledge about dating someone like that?
You get to know what you really want in somebody, and, like, the red flags, because I truly believe that you don't really know somebody just in, like, 3 months. I feel like you actually get to know somebody after at least 6 months of knowing that person,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's really important to, like, list off the things you didn't like about that person and just keep an
Mm,
eye out for that and other people that may interest you in the future, so
hmm. True. True. All right. Let's lean into the third one. Third relationship. How old were you, and how'd you guys meet?
Oh my god, I think I was 17, 18, and we met I've known him since my childhood. He was,
Okay. Ooh.
yeah, no, he's been around, and I've met him through mutual friends. Um,
If
I don't know, we just kinda clicked, and but it only lasted 3 months because I was going through this, like, depressive phase, I would say,
mm,
and I was kinda down and not wanting a relationship at the time, but he's a super nice and cool person. I have nothing bad to say about him.
if I may, with this third one, no,
Mhm.
since you've known him since childhood, was he someone that got out of the friend zone? Was he friend zoned early, and then you were like, you know what? Let's give him a shot. Let's give old reliable a
Yeah,
shot. He
pretty
did.
much. Yeah.
Good for him. There it yeah, you don't see those kind of Disney Channel moments happen too many times in real life. What was it? What got him out of that zone?
He was just a gentleman, like, super nice person, nice, like, I don't know how to say this in English. Nice
Like he's
just
respectful, he treats you right,
yeah,
kind of deal.
exactly, and I never really got to see that in a person that was attractive, so
Mhm. So, and it's kind of fascinating right here, this part of your story romantically, because it's like you had two kind of shitty relationships, and then now
Yeah.
you find yourself with someone who's good and that you know for a while, so you kind of know what you're signing up for,
Hmm.
but it only lasted for 3 months.
Yeah.
When you say that it was a you problem, when you were going through this depressive state, how did you break that to him? I mean, because if I'm putting myself in his shoes, it's like, I waited a while. Like I'm into this.
Hmm.
I'm excited, and then it's tough because it's like, with any relationship, it's a two-way street. The other individual's gotta have the same energy and invest in him as well. And I'm assuming that you just weren't able to do that at that
Yeah.
time. So what was it that kind of how was that conversation, I guess, is what I was going with, when you had to
Um,
tell him that it's over?
yeah, I mean, he kind of knew like that I was going through some stuff, and it was like 100% my fault. Like I
Mm.
put no effort in the relationship, and I own up to it. But he understood. He was like, "Take all the time you need, and I'm here for you," and blah
Wow.
blah. Yeah, no, he
Wow.
never hold a grudge. Until this day, we're still friends. So
Is there any shot?
I don't think so. I think
Whoa.
we're friends. I'm not looking for any
You
relationship
put
right
him
now.
in another zone. You took him in and holy shit. Like what? Hey man, that's fair play. Fair play. So you ended that relationship. It's
Mhm,
difficult. 3 months. And then let's lean into the fourth one. All right.
mhm.
Fourth relationship. How old are you guys? How did you meet?
Um, 18. I was 18
Okay.
when I met him, and I don't know. I did love him, but
Oh
we
wow.
wanted different things. We wanted different things. So
If I
that's
may
all I
just read the room for a moment, your demeanor changed to 180. We talked about the other three, and it
Mhm.
was it was rolling, and then this fourth one really hit home apparently. And I've
Yeah,
never
I
heard
mean,
you. Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty recent,
Yeah.
and I don't know. We wanted different things, and at the end, it just became a really toxic relationship, and
Mhm.
that's not what we wanted.
I'm
So we took our own different paths, and I feel like I'm a better person without him, and I think he's a better person without me. So,
not interested in how it broke down or what he wanted, but I am interested in what you wanted. What was it
mhm.
that you wanted that just wasn't there?
I feel like I put my 500% in the relationship, and he didn't put anything into
Yeah.
the relationship. Um, I'm the type of person that I'm super, super, super loyal and super like I would do anything for that person, and he just didn't give me the same vibes, and he had his own shit to
Mhm.
deal with, and I wanted different things. He wanted this, I wanted that, so it didn't really like match up to us being together.
You know, Emily, if you over the course of the past what
Mhm.
almost 2 hours, I've heard you say one word repeatedly, and it's
Which one?
loyalty. Loyalty.
Yeah.
What is it about that quality in a person that resonates with you so much? Is there something that you keep referring to that you're like, I this is what I want, this is what I need in my life,
Mhm.
from a friendship, from a relationship, whatever it may be. But it seems that you really hold that to the highest degree, to the highest
Yeah,
regard.
and I do. I feel like throughout the many, many, many friendships I had and many relationships I've had, I feel like I've always like struggled with friends being loyal or relationships being loyal to me, and I feel like it's super important to me as a person,
Mhm.
to have that quality. I feel
Mhm.
like it's a nice quality, and it's good to have it, and it's rare also.
How how long did this last relationship go for?
A year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
So it's about
Mhm.
6 months since you guys have been together.
Yeah.
With this 6 months of being single, what have you learned about yourself?
Oh my god, that I'm such a better person without him. Like,
What does that
no,
mean? What does
seriously,
that mean?
seriously, I feel like in that relationship, I was so restrained, and I couldn't do things that I really want to do, and I just felt like I didn't feel like my true self, and now I get to really be my true self, and I think that's what that relationship I had to learn,
Mhm.
like, that to be my true self, and I'm learning, so
Were you streaming during the time that you were dating this guy?
Yeah.
How did he enjoy that? What was his take on you being a streamer?
Nothing much, he was doing his own thing, he never
Yeah.
really, like I don't know. He
Yeah.
was really, like, in his world, yeah.
Oh, I see. So let's talk about the present then, Emily, for now.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the present. In terms of your romantic life, where are you?
Well, nowhere. I'm not really interested in
Hmm.
being in a relationship at the moment. I just wanna be with myself because I feel like I've been like since I'm like what 16, 15, I've been jumping into relationships, getting into
Yeah.
another relationship. I never really got to be with myself.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's super important to get to know me, myself as a person,
Yeah.
and get to know what I want and be more strict, and put like what's it called? Just be more strict with who I want to let in my life, and not just be like whatever. So yeah.
No, definitely. I mean,
Mhm.
A, you gotta love yourself first, and B, you have to know your own value.
Exactly.
Based off all the relationships, at least what I've learned tonight, it's like, yeah, you went 3 of the 4 just didn't work out because of, whether it be differences or, emotional abuse or
Mhm.
them being overbearing, and then the one that did was just wrong place, wrong
Yeah,
time kind of deal.
exactly.
So yeah, to have that moment of silence, be like, yo, I'm gonna figure out me. I'm gonna do my own thing, and especially like, interest. How did you date during a pandemic? You guys
It's
only.
hard. It's hard.
What does that look like? Was that all FaceTime, or were you sneaking in like?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
brutal. Tell me this: what would be the ideal significant other if you were back in that headspace? Okay, what qualities
Mhm.
are you looking for someone that you would consider being like, all right, I'll give this a shot. I'll stop being lazy Emily and I'll just be Emily.
I don't know. I feel like somebody that's supportive, somebody that's funny, somebody that will be with you through it all,
Yeah.
and somebody that puts effort.
Okay.
um, somebody who's romantic.
Ooh.
Uh, yeah, I like that
Do you
because I
like
don't
the
know.
big romantic things or do you like the little things?
I like the little things and the big things. I
So
like it
you want it
all.
both. All right.
Give,
Don't
give
don't.
it to me, everything.
She's trying to give me an answer, being like, "Oh, I like the big things." Well, actually, I like. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to know I'm worth it. Holy shit! Like, I'm thinking in terms of big and little things. I'm thinking like little things are like a sticky note on your phone when
Yeah.
you wake up that says something affirming, and then the big things is
Mhm.
like a whole ass date that you plan, and like you like out of nowhere you have like a dress in the back, you take them out, you go out on night in town, dinner, whatever it may be. That's the big things. So you want both.
Yeah. I want both. I want
Jesus.
both.
All right, Emily. All right, Emily. All right. We're going back to the Disney Channel romance then at that point. All right. Hey, I had someone here saying take notes. All right. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. One more question though. One more question about your exes, and then we'll move on
Mhm.
to the community questions here. All right. And again, if you have any questions for Emily, !Q into the chat. There's a link there that you can enter your questions anonymously. One last questions about your exes is, of the 4 that you had dated at the time, which one did you learn from the most?
The
And
last one.
what was that lesson?
Um, a lot of lessons. Last one taught me a lot. Taught me you can't force things if they can't happen. Like and they taught me to love myself because I'm important too.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Is that something that you're doing well on today, or is that something
No,
you're currently learning?
yeah, definitely. I'm doing a lot better, of doing things that I want to do, doing things that, you know, that I want to, things that I'm interested in, things, I don't
Yeah.
know, I'm just doing me, and I'm
Nice.
happy.
I'm happy for you too. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's good stuff. Well, Emily, there we are. All right, that's the life story stuff. All right, you killed it.
Yay.
I told you. I was like, I could fit it in. We'll work this out around. I'm having a blast. I'm honored that you would even spend that time and share your story. I think these stories are gifts that, whether it be you rewatching it or anyone else in the future, that there's a lot of good nuggets of experience. We all live our own lives. And so
Yeah.
to hear this kind of stuff is really cool. Again, I lived I'm Filipino, right? So I'm Filipino and I'm 27. And usually people are like, why you're talking, majority of the people you're talking is younger than you. What can you learn? I was like, there's actually a lot. And the lives that we've all lived is really cool. But thing is, we need to be able to share that wisdom, that experience. Was it? I had a guest that described this show as a time capsule. And they're like, 5 years down the road, right? Emily, who knows? You might be the next biggest thing on Twitch, right? 5 years down the road. Oh my goodness, she didn't even deny me. She didn't even be like, oh, stop, moms. Oh, what are you talking about? She went, yeah, hopefully, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind. But honestly, to be able to take a look back, a trip down memory lane, and be able to revisit this VOD and say, like, this is who I was at that moment. This is the stuff that I was going through. And the stuff, hopefully, you'll never forget. I've had dads on here where I'm like, hey, tell something to your kids that they could watch in 10 years, and it'll be on YouTube and that kind of stuff. So being able to have you on the show and highlight your life, even if it's just, I wouldn't even say we got a drop in the bucket of who you are as a person. There's so much more. But to even share this moment of intersection where our lives collide and we can get just a bit of who you are is really cool. That being said, I'm using all my nice lines. I need to save that for the end. We have here community questions. Again, it's let me check here. Over the course of this evening, we had that link going through and we had everyone typing in. I will say this, I do need to use the restroom one more bit.
Go ahead.
I'm a tiny Asian man. I'm just, how this goes. It's get ready to age. You get ready to, you become 27 and host a show like this and not, I'm drinking a jug ass water. Thank you. I'll be right back there. All right. One more minute.
Okay.
One more minute.
Oh my god. Hi, chat. Hi, Kai. Hi, Bali. Hi, Value. Are you guys enjoying it? I feel like it's fun. I should do this. Super fun. I'm feeling good. The fucking Discord quality, man, fucking pisses me off. So inspirational. Yeah. I'm so inspirational, guys. You've learned a lot. We gotta talk about it tomorrow's stream. Or maybe I can stream after this. You know what? I'll stream after this. Like a 1 hour. No? You guys rather another? Okay, we'll talk about it later. Bye. Stream? Okay, bet. I will. I'm gonna talk about this.
All right. Questions.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Let's see. I heard your ass is streaming right after this. True?
Yeah, I will.
Right? Like we're talking right after, because this is literally, I have this segment and I have another one, and then after that, I'm done for the night. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
You're fine.
All right, dope. So let's see here again. For those of you that aren't aware, !Q, the chat, And thank you so much, Cass. I'll have your questions here. First one. Hold on. What is your biggest fear about streaming or building the community?
Oh my god, that's a good question. Biggest fear of streaming. Oh my god, I don't know what's my biggest fear of streaming. That's a hard question. Probably biggest fear of streaming, probably losing the community I've built. Because I love them so much and I don't want them to go anywhere.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of streamers kind of go through this this scare of like they're about to hit that go live button. They're just like, I don't know, what if people don't show up this time? What if it's going to be a bad stream, this and that? Do you have any anxiety prior to streaming, or do you just be like, fuck it, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just move forward with it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I just press the live button and I'm live. Come chill.
Hey, it's just me, Lazy. Where did the name Lazy Emily come from?
Oh my god, I've had that username since a long ass time, and I don't know. I had a Finsta. I don't know if you know what that is, but when I was like 15, it's like a fake Instagram, and I had to make this username, and I was like, what represents me? And I was like, well, I'm lazy. Oh, Lazy Emily rhymes. So I was like, that's cool, and I used that for all my like gamer tags. It's just been there since ever. So
fair play. I like it. No, it's clean. It's a clean name. I think that's like half the battle here on Twitch is your name clean enough to click on. Because the second you have numbers or all this other things, it gets a little much. It gets a little much there.
Definitely.
All right, here comes a loaded one. What's the pettiest Twitch drama you've been a part of?
Oh, pettiest? I don't think I've been a part really of petty Twitch drama.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Here's one. Any Twitch crush? Who's your Twitch crush?
My Twitch crush? Oh my god, wait. Do I have a Twitch crush? Oh wait, yes, I do. What's his name? Hassan.
Of course.
That's my Twitch crush.
This interview's over. Fuck that. That's not a joke. No, he's a handsome.
Hassan and Cindy. If we're talking about genders, Hassan and Cindy.
Hassan is just can you leave some for the rest of us at this point, Hassan? He's too OP. What is it about Hassan? Can you give me a specific? What is it about?
He just looks so good. I don't know.
He just looks so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Hassan, if you're wondering, all right, we'll clip this later. Hassan, listen here. Emily has a tweet on her page that she pinned, and I think that might be for you. I don't know. That might be. And now I figured out who that's subtweeting. Anywho,
yeah, definitely.
There it is. Let me see here. This one's more of a comment. Again, you don't have to answer all these questions, but it's a comment. If you want to react to it, he goes, "Hey Emily, I know I'm a stranger on the internet, but I understand dealing with depression, and I know it's a hard fight. I'm not a therapist, but if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm always here. You should go through this alone, and I hope everything gets better for you."
I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
That's a lovely comment.
We have. What is your most embarrassing moment on Twitch live streaming?
Oh my god. I do have one. I don't think I have the clip though.
Okay, yeah. Describe it to us.
Oh my god. Okay, I was fixing something with my extension cord. And it was like kind of broken. And I was kind of playing with it. And it like sparked and I jumped. So you can literally see the electricity spark while I'm streaming and me freaking out because I thought I broke something.
Yeah.
And it was like just the funniest thing ever. It's just so funny.
Did you shock yourself or was it just sparks?
No,
oh, okay.
It was but it was so big. Like I thought something crashed or I thought everything crashed, but everything was fine. It was just like that little cord that was messed up. But yeah.
Let's hear. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Honestly, I see myself streaming. I see myself streaming and doing really well in it. And I see myself in the United States someday.
Where would you try to go? Are you trying to be one of the Texas content creators, or are you going to LA? Because that seems to be the two hottest
Um,
places.
yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know. It just depends. I would love to be anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell us your ideal date.
My ideal date.
What's your dream date?
Something. Oh my god, something unique and original. I would say something fun. I don't like movie dates. I feel like they're boring. Boring. You don't really get to know a person. So
So what's unique
something
and fun then? What does this look like?
maybe like paintballing. I feel like that's fun.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe paintballing or like I don't know. Jet skiing, that's fun. I don't know, something like spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Mhm.
All right. Let me see here. What is the most awkward interaction you've had online? So I guess it's outside of Twitch. It might be Twitter. It might be Instagram. It might be Snapchat.
Awkward?
Any awkward or weird interactions online?
Like from people messaging me?
Sure, if that's the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like I get weird DMs every time. Like every day I get a weird DM from some guys like, "Hey, I can buy your feet pics that if you want." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's a little much. That's much.
Yeah.
Would you say on across from the on all social media platforms, where is it the most, I guess, in terms of creepiness, in terms of those weird DMs?
I get the most on Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Twitter, not so much. Twitter, it's more like nothing really. But it's a lot on Instagram.
I see. This one just says people that you appreciate. Oh, maybe they're asking this. People that you appreciate a lot from your community or other streamers.
Like people from my community that I appreciate that I can name on the top of my head. Definitely Value, Chris, Kai, Bali, Slim. Oh my god, who else? Avi, Will. There's so many. Stewie, Almi. Who else? Box. He's always there. Nim is always there. And streamer wise, that I love.
That you appreciate. Yeah, sure, love. We can go both.
Love Struck. That's my best friend. And then there's Mother Hales, also my best friend. There's Cindy Villa, my good friends. And then, oh my god, there's just so many. I would
Too
love to
many.
list them
And
all.
the second they watch this and they don't hear their name, you're done, Emily. This is
Sydney, aka Viperous. She's awesome too.
Nice.
There's so many. I wish I could name them all, but like, I love those.
Totally. This one's asking, what's been the hardest time you've had streaming?
Hardest time?
Yeah.
I would say when I'm like in my downs and I really don't want to do anything, but I have to like push myself to be consistent because I know that consistency will pay off someday. So that's just really hard for me to just like be like, okay, I have to stream. I'm gonna stream. It's just the before part of streaming. The actual streaming part, it's okay. It's just the before, like getting ready and all that stuff. It's hard for me. So
we got two more here. One's a question and one's more of a comment. The question being, name a streamer you would like to collaborate with, and what would you both be doing?
I would love to collab with Valkyrie. She has been probably one of my inspirations or people I look up to streaming wise. And I would love to collab with her. And I don't know, play whatever game she wants to play.
Whatever game you didn't even try. You went whatever game she wanted. I'll do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Jeez. All right. I like it. The last thing here says, and this is more of a comment. I'm just glad to be a part of your life in some way, Emily. It's not really a question, but I just wanted to say that I know how much you love streaming, especially how it goes back to your dad when you were little. But honestly, I really do love being here for you and Lazy Gang. No,
Aw.
no matter what, especially when it's the quote hard times, just remember that I'll always be here. I love you, Bali.
That's so cute. Oh
I,
my god.
I had to do it in the reading voice too. I had to clear my throat. I felt like I wasn't gonna do that justice. That was really awesome. That was really awesome. That's
Aw. Yeah.
that's good stuff. That being said, all right, that's it. That's everything there. All
That's
right.
it.
You went well. I mean, we have one last segment here, but that's everything in terms of the formal show. Emily, you've
Okay.
killed it. You've killed it this whole evening. I'm ecstatic to have had you. I understand we had, we were going a little bit back and forth in terms of times, but I knew that we were able to crystallize a certain area of your story, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. And Emily, I have other shows. I would love to have you on. I'd love to introduce you to some of my friends. They're streamers wise here. The show's literally called The Network, and it's all community questions. We just hang out. Some of them, if they want to drink, if they want to eat, whatever they do. But yeah, no, I'd love to have you on if you'll have me.
Yeah, of course.
But let me see here. I'm trying to pull up one thing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. But here's the thing, Emily. Much like anything in life, nothing's free. So it's time to pay up. All right. I'm gonna need you to do two things for me. Do you have the stream up right now?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Can you go on the back end and choose a name that isn't myself, a mod, or a current VIP?
Do you want me to go in like the users in chat?
Yeah. Users in chat. Anyone that's here. You could even name anyone that's talking right now. Maybe you have a preference.
Oh, okay. Value.
Yo, all right, perfect. So that means value pack, you got VIP. And that's as easy as that. But here's the thing, I only got 5 VIPs here, Emily. And so you're going to remove one of them. So
Oh
I'm
my
gonna,
god!
and you know what? Don't even worry about it. All right, you don't even gotta worry about it. It's not too much. I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat from all of them.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank God.
That being said, yeah, they won't have to know. If they're here, it gets a little awkward. But so here's the 5. I need you to pick any name. All right, just pick any name, and they're done. I spammed it in the chat.
Oh my god.
I'll add it for the next team. Bro, I'm here, moms. Wow, Valing really doesn't want you. He's right there in your face. Doesn't even want to say it.
Okay, how about Over the Cloud?
No problem. Yeah,
Okay.
Over the Cloud. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that person in a hot second. So you might have chosen the best one. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Another thing. All right, Emily, you've gone through the ringer with me. It's been roughly almost 2 hours here. In terms of streamers, I'm always on the lookout for people to watch. Even I love Twitch. It's a nice way to unwind for me. It's an escape, as you've mentioned it before. But having experienced this and going through the motions and talking about your life all on Twitch, in real life, your history, and answering some of these community questions, who is a streamer that you would like to watch on here as well?
Can I say one of my friends?
Of course.
Maybe Mother Hills.
Mother
AKA
Hills.
Haley. Yeah.
Could you? I'm scared. I'm gonna.
You want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, that'd actually be perfect. That'd be perfect. Mother Hills.
Mother Hills, like that.
Oh, got you. Right? Hills. Oh, I put Hills. I don't know what the heck I was doing. All right, perfect. Mother Hills. Mother Hills. Yeah. Awesome. Dope. And the last thing here, one last question before we go into the final segment here, Emily, all right? In one word, how would you describe your time here?
Awesome.
Way too kind. That is. That is.
Honestly.
I feel like a doctor that just gave you a flu shot. Like, I feel like I just fucking, like, that's that. All right, dope, awesome, I'll take it. That being said, that's everything. This show, Emily, it was inspired by a show in the 90s. It was called Inside the Actor's Studio. And there's this dude, his name's James Lipton. He was a teacher. he would bring on famous actors, actresses, and entertainers into his classroom, and he would literally film this. This would be on TBS, and he'd film this, and he'd get into their personal lives and then talk about their professional lives on screen or on TV. And he did this for 23 years. And sadly, he passed away a couple years back. But as an homage to him, I end the show the exact same way as he has. He's done this 23 years. For me, I've done 68 episodes officially now with you. And so
Nice.
we're going to end this show the same way as every time. And it's, I'm going to read you these 10 questions. There's only 3 rules.
Mhm.
First rule, that you have to answer all of them. You have to. Okay? Second thing is I will not react. You're not going to hear me talk at all. All right? It's going to be silent throughout. And as soon as you're done answering and there's a moment of silence, I'll continue on with the next question.
Okay.
Third thing is try to keep it within one thought. So not one paragraph, not one word, just one idea. Okay? That's it.
Okay.
All right? And that's everything. And once we're done with that, I'll say my piece. I'll give you the final words, and then we'll go our separate ways. All right? As easy as that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. You ready, Emily?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
Loyalty.
What is your least favorite word?
Moist.
What turns you on?
Rainbows.
What turns you off?
Potatoes.
What sound or noise do you love?
The rain.
What sound or noise do you hate?
The chalk screeching on the thingy.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Cosmetology, maybe?
What profession would you not like to do?
Nursing.
And lastly, Emily, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome to heaven? I don't know.
Welcome to heaven. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Lazy Emily. Holy cow. Really? You're going to answer it with cosmeto... Oh, you said you weren't even... You said you weren't even willing to read a book. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Maybe
goodness.
now I am.
There it is. I like it. I like it. Emily, I appreciate you so much. At this point in the show, you know, everything's done, all the questions, all the interview stuff. I usually tell the guests kind of what I learned and what I took in during the course of this evening. All right?
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
again, I'll give you the final word. But having you on here, Emily, it was a blast. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. And I think we all learned a little bit of something, especially about, I mean, loyalty being the strongest point.
Mhm.
It sounds like there's a lot of moments in your life, and again, I'm grasping at straws here because I didn't want to press up too hard here, but there's a reason why loyalty is the forefront of your vocabulary, of your mind, and of the quality and what you seek in both friendships and relationships. And whatever may have happened in your past in terms of being burned or some sort of betrayal or any of that. Firstly, I'm sorry, but second, like I'm really rooting for you in terms of finding that peace. I think that's something really that doesn't come easy, and especially at the age of 20 where you're at right now, you're at a lot of crossroads. You know, you literally the world is still your oyster. You could choose whatever you want to do with your life, and being able to sit across from you, like I see a very strong, independent woman, and I see someone that has a good head on their shoulders and is driven, but it's on her means, not anyone else's. So I would encourage you, Emily, whether it be content creation or anything else in life, continue to explore, continue to learn, always be a student. You don't need to be going to school to be a student. But I'm honestly very blessed to have had this time with you. I appreciate your generosity with you even just willing to try something different, try something new with some random Asian man online. But hey, I'm going to give you the final word. All right, Emily, is there anything you'd like to say to those that have watched here this evening or those that are listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube in the future?
Just be yourself and do what makes you happy, because that's what matters. Yeah.
There it is.
So thank you so much for having me. I had a blast.
Of course. No, you were awesome. You were awesome. Honestly, like this is no kissing ass whatsoever. You honestly killed it. You honestly did. I've had my fair share of interviews where, okay, this was a little rough, but you were smooth. I will say this 100%. Someone in the chat said you were nervous, and I read that in the first 5 minutes of you joining me, and I was like, oh yeah, there. I could feel it a little bit, but it's my job. It's my job to break the ice. It's my job to break the tension here.
Yeah, I know, but I'm fine now.
Perfect. But awesome, Emily. You take care. You're streaming right after this, right? Are you going live right now?
Yeah, I'm going live.
Go live right now, and I can raid into you. Why don't you do that?
Okay.
I'll kill the time.
Perfect.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll talk to you later. All right, Emily? Thanks so much.
All right, peace. Bye.
Peace.